So that was a brilliant advice that you gave to whoever wants to get into entrepreneurship or wants to build a brand for themselves. Before we leave you to go, how do we locate you? How do we get in touch with you if someone wants to contract you for a gig, as you call it in your field? How do we get in touch with you?
Okay, so you can get me on Instagram. Only Instagram.
Only on Instagram.
Only on Instagram.
Okay.
Panda Perfect Photography. Panda _ Perfect Photography. And
Panda _ Perfect Photography.
And the photography is FOTO, not PHO.
Okay.
FOTO. Yes. And then my contact is 0549 54 6024. 0549 54 6024 or 0539 731004. 0539 731004. Yes.
Okay. So that was it with Panda's multimedia.
Panda Perfect
Photography. With us on the camera segment. Don't forget to get in touch with him. He has put in his contacts out there for weddings, for all sorts of events. You can contact him. He will be there to shoot it or help you with your organization, help you with the Libi Laba Lobby. Says here, no, I'm going he said, hold her here, and then, photographers. And so, yes, that was Panda. Panda, the last words before you go.
Oh, I'll say God bless you all for supporting me from the day one to now.
Sure.
Then God also bless GhanaTalks Radio for getting me on board.
Sure.
It's not easy for someone to call you for an interview. So God bless you all, and God bless everyone.
And God bless you too for making time with us this morning on our breakfast show, the Come Up segment. We will get in touch more often. We open our doors to you whenever you want to have a media discourse with your audience. GhanaTalks Radio is always there for you. So enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Have a great week. So that was it with the Panda Photography CEO in the studios with us on GhanaTalks Radio. Spoke about his journey. He's done well, is he?
Yeah.
Baby, I will share about the Nokofa.
It's not easy.
Yeah, not easy at all. One car bedding, but one year, a Juma Mawa. What is going to be the next option? The Jan one. Yeah, so we are going to have the second guest in the studios with us very soon. He's also in here to brief us on his journey, how far he's come, where he wants to see himself in the next future. It's a packed segment this morning. Two heavy gentlemen, men building something for themselves. So yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I want to get into. Okay, I used to act. I was an actor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
BBC and Timijay. I know
happened?
Nothing happened.
Oh no, I don't know what happened. So
okay.
if you don't mind sharing.
Change of location.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. That's fine. But change of location, you could be
but
anywhere.
I am found.
And then why did you tell me?
I want to get back into my acting,
Oh,
and I was a model too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for J-Site Modeling Agency.
I see that.
Sure.
That's
I
nice.
have runway shows near the.
Oh, nice.
That's why I didn't what I did. Serious. That was what one guy told me. I come meet him's ass. Hey, look at how he's working.
Oh my goodness.
That's where Dio was like.
Oh, jeez.
But I'm getting back to my acting mode. As a mafiho.
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to go back.
It's nice to go back. Well, without getting your ears itching to hear from the second guest, he is in the studio. We will give him the floor to introduce himself. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, and I'm excited to be here. Yeah.
We're also excited to have you here.
Yeah.
Can you introduce yourself to our audience? And
Okay, so I'm Walter Senna,
okay,
and I'm basically a content creator and social commentator. I'm everything. I have a podcast, Vibes on Pebble app, and also just basically a young creative, doing one or two, basically. Yeah. That's nice.
wow.
Yeah.
So, sorry, you are into podcasting.
Yeah.
What
Content
Yeah.
creating.
He said he's
yeah.
everything. He
Everything.
does a lot of
A
things.
lot
Yeah.
of things.
Man of many colors.
Man
Yeah.
of many colours. Jack of all trades.
Well, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How long have you been into this?
Okay, so I think I started officially in 2023,
Okay.
but then before that I have just been doing like a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So I always wanted to be on TV, like host shows. Like I wanted to be a TV presenter, a journalist,
Wow.
and stuff like that. So informed to that SHS, I came home one time and then I saw this audition Next TV Star on GhanaTalks television.
Okay.
And I went, and funny enough, I was the youngest person to be on the
At
show.
what age?
I was not 18 then.
Oh,
so like
really?
exactly, like it was. I think I'll say Form 3 because the following year I was going to Form 3.
Okay.
So basically, yeah. So that's like I got into it, and then I'm school and everything, so I had to like just like stay back because I couldn't like do the competition and still be in school. So like I had to come back, and then after school, I was doing a lot of behind the scenes. So I was managing social media handles for people and brands, and I did a lot of PA jobs for celebrities and other stuff. And so yes, I think what's really like stood out for me is, or when I'll say I officially started, was one time I used to like join a lot of Twitter spaces. And so there was this time that like I was so bored, I would join people's Twitter spaces and speak, right? So there was one time I was so bored, I was like, okay, let me just create my own Twitter space. So I just created it and then copied the link and posted it on my WhatsApp status. And then I was just there, no one was joining, and then the next day I see lots of my friends have joined. And then we just had like a whole we just had conversations, like just random conversations. We talked about what we are doing after school, who is dating who. And then we just ranted about everything, you get. So after like that shot, we did it for like a long period. It was a Saturday evening, so like that whole period we're just on it. We finished around like 1 p.m. there.
Wow.
And so after that, the following morning, if my friend reached out to me, I was like, oh, like let's just keep it up, let's just make it a show, like a Twitter space. I was like, I don't think, do you understand? Because Twitter spaces, if you don't have the numbers, you do get. So I was not really into it, but he was like, nah, let's make it like every Sunday, because Sundays most people are at home, like resting and stuff like that. So yeah, and I was like, okay, fine, let's do it. So we started, and I think so that was how I grew my numbers on Twitter. Okay, now we call it X. So like, so that's how I grew my numbers on
Don't worry,
X.
I call it Twitter.
So that's basically how I grew my numbers on X. And then after that, I've just been doing a lot. So through the Twitter space, and I had the opportunity to host a Twitter space for an account on a company called Ghana Artists Club, where they interview artists, and basically, so I got a job through the Twitter spaces to host that. So after that, I think I started getting to know creatives, and so whenever somebody needed a PA assistant, somebody needed someone to manage their social media handles, I would like pitch myself up and then do it. So I think I did that for like a lot, like a good number of time. And so that's basically how I got into the space. But I've always had, wanting to be on television at the back of my mind. So I took a gap year after school. I stayed for like 2 years. And then like during that period of that 2 years, I was just doing all of that, like I would go on shows, be a pundit on shows, speak on entertainment related conversations. And then I also had this thing for like speaking up for young people, because I feel like in the space here, we don't have a lot of young people who are like speaking up. It's either like, if you watch the space, either some older person who is thinking for us, and they don't even think right for us. They don't really think, like, they don't say what we want to say. Yeah. So I was like, why don't I have like a podcast that like speaks about young related conversations? So I started it on my phone. So after like doing it for some time, I reached out to a company called Pebble. They had a studio set up, and they were like, okay, fine, like come and do it there. So that's basically how I started that. So I started the podcast is called Vibes on Vibes. So I started that, and that has been it. So aside that, I've been doing like speaking on social commentating. I've been doing that for young related conversations. So anything that's like Gen Zs or anything, I would show up basically. Wow. And I've been in trouble for some time, and sometimes get into like very serious trouble, but like Odeshi.
What are some of the troubles?
So that's funny. So I think during the election period, there's this show called Gen Z Reacts, and so I went on the show and they were asking me my opinions about the candidates. So I was like, oh, Mahama sounds like an old book I've read before. It sounds so familiar. Then yeah, because he sounded like an old book, like all the things he was saying. Yeah, like it's true. He sounds like an old book we've read, very familiar. And I also said, I think what put me in trouble was when I said Jane Nana, the now vice president. I just felt like she wasn't really giving for me. Like, aside from making history, there was nothing to it. Do you understand? And I kind of like compared her to Kamala Harris, who is, and I was like, aesthetics wise, she's not giving. She's wearing the wig that looks like sponge. Wow. Her fashion sense is not really giving. I just said, like, I was just being honest, but Ghanaians, they hate the truth. So they came at me, like, I think that was very scary, because people from the other party came at me. Some of them like got my number. Some of them got my number, and they were like, they'll just call me Kwasi with Jimmy, they'll hang up. Yeah, like it was so crazy. And then I was just so scared. I had to even change my number after that. And even I even got, so for me, people were thinking, okay, you're NDC or you're MPP because you're speaking against Jinana or Mahama. But I was neutral. I was speaking against, I said Mahama sounds like Baumia sounded like a toddler, because he was speaking like somebody was spoon feeding him. Do you get what I'm saying? I think that's and then so now they got to find out that I'm neither NDC or MPP. I'm just speaking my mind, and if you don't agree, that's your own point of view. But like, yeah, so I got into a lot of trouble, but that doesn't like move me. I feel like there are lots of conversations that we need to have, and then people are just afraid to have those conversations because they will get attacked and all of that. But like, it's just, opinions are like noses. I have an opinion, you have an opinion, everyone has an opinion. Like, we all have noses. So the thing is, have an opinion, but don't force your opinion on me, because we can't share the same nose basically. So yeah, that's just it. So yes, that has been it for me. Creating content, I think I started creating content just into the ending of last year. So I was like, okay, I can use TikTok, I can use Instagram. Like, what am I waiting for? Let me just start creating content and stuff like that. So I started that at the ending of last year, and then I've continued through to it. So now I'm in school. I'm studying broadcast journalism at Unimac. So yes, I'm in the second year. So I started that